All right, friends. Shabbat Shalom and good Shabbos. It is live Friday night from Huntington. An absolutely beautiful, beautiful afternoon and evening. It is beyond gorgeous outside today. Cool-ish, nice little breeze, and the humidity not as bad as it has been. And so really just an amazing day today. And it's also, along with saying Shabbat Shalom and Shabbos, we'll say Chodesh Tov. It is the first day right now of Elul, the month before the high holidays. So in exactly 1 month from tonight, Rosh Hashanah begins. And 4 weeks of Elul, which is one of my favorite months. All right, let us begin by welcoming Shabbat. We'll start with benching licht, lighting the candles. We'll have Melanie come up this evening. We'll just start with the reading on page 3.
O source of light and truth, creator of the eternal law of goodness, help us to find knowledge by which to live. Lead us to take the words we shall speak into our hearts and our lives. Bless all who enter this sanctuary in need, all who bring the offerings of their hearts. May our worship lead us to acts of kindness, peace, and love.
Amen.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu, v'hadlik ner shel Shabbat.
Amen. Thank you. All right, let's continue with a responsive English reading. Page 6. Page 6 today. Middle of page 6. May the door of this synagogue be wide enough to receive all who hunger for love, all who are lonely for friendship. May the door of the synagogue be narrow enough to shut out pettiness and pride, envy and enmity. May it be too high to admit complacency, selfishness, and harshness. Let's jump ahead to page 20. We'll visit the poem, the song from Shlomo Halevi Alkabetz, one of the great Mekubalim in Tzfat. And they used to sing this in that city in the northern Galil, in the hills. As the sun was starting to set, they would go out in their white garments and welcome the Shabbos bride. Page 20. Lecha dodi likrat chala, pnei Shabbat nikabela. Lecha dodi likrat kala, pnei Shabbat nikabela. Shomo v'zachor v'dibor echad, ishmi'anu el hamiuchad, Adonai echad u'shmo echad, l'shem tiferet v'litila, lecha dodi likrat kala, pnei Shabbat nikabela. Likrat Shabbat lechu v'necha, ki mekor ha'bracha, merosh mikedem nehesucha, sof ma'aseh b'machshava tchila, lecha dodi likrat kala, pnei Shabbat nikabela. Mikdash Hashmelech yemelucha, Kumitzi mitoch hafecha, rav lahak shevet b'yemecha b'cha, v'hu yachamo lalai chemla, lecha dodi likrat kala, pnei Shabbat nikabela. Itna'ari me'afar kumi, Livshi bigdei tifartei chami, Al yad ben ishai beit halachmi, Korva el nafshi ge'ala, Lecha dudi likrat kala, Pnei Shabbat nekabela, Hitorari, Kiva urek kumihi uri, shir daberi, Kvod Adonai alaich nigla, Lecha dudi likrat kala, Pnei Shabbat nekabela, Lo tevoshi v'lo tikomi, Mahatish tochachi matehemi, Bach yechesu aniyehi ami, B'nihi b'neta'ir al tila, Lecha dudi likrat kala, Pnei Shabbat nekabela, V'hayu l'shimsa shohosaich, V'rahacha kuhu kol medvalayich, Yasis alayich Elohaich, Ki himsoscha hatan al kala, Lecha dodi likrat kala, Pnei Shabbat nekabela, Yamin usmol tifrotzi, V'et Adonai ta'aritzi, Al yadish ben partzi, B'ni smecha v'nagila, Lecha dodi likrat kala, Pnei Shabbat nekabela, Bohi v'shalom ateret bala, Gam b'simcha uv'zola, Toch emunei am segula, Bohi chala, Lecha dodi likrat kala, Pnei Shabbat nekabela. Let's turn the page to 22, and let's read the outdented paragraph together in English, a psalm for Shabbat. A song for Shabbat. It is good to praise Adonai, to sing hymns to your name, O Most High, to proclaim your steadfast love at daybreak, your faithfulness each night, with a 10-stringed harp, with voice and lyre together. You have gladdened me by your deeds, Adonai. I shout for joy at your handiwork. How great are your deeds, Adonai. How very subtle your designs. A brute cannot know, a fool cannot understand this. Tzadik katamar yifrach, kerez balvanot yiskeh shetulim b'veit Adonai b'chatzrot Eloheinu yafrichu. O jinuvun b'seva d'shenim v'ra'ananim yiyu lehagid ki ashar Adonai Suri v'lo avla'abo. Page 24. Let's welcome the angels who come to spend Shabbat with us with the greeting Shalom Aleichem. Shalom Aleichem, Malachei Hashari, Malachei Elyon, Mi Melech, Malachei Amlachim HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Boachem l'shalom, Malachei Hashalom, Malachei Elyon. Mi Melech, Malachei Malachim HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Baruch Hu L'Shalom Malachei HaShalom Malachei Elyon Melech Malachei Amlachim HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Seifem L'Shalom Malachei HaShalom Malachei Elyon Melech Malachei Amlachim HaKadosh Baruch Hu. We have welcomed Shabbat. Shabbat is with us, our day of rest, our day of not having to worry about the work week. We can breathe and we can be content. We're also ready to begin the Arvit service, the evening service for Shabbat, page 146. Please rise for Baruch Hu. Baruch Hu et Adonai HaMevorach. Baruch Adonai Mevorach ve'olam va'ed. 147, let's read these English paragraphs together. Adonai, your majesty is proclaimed by the marvels of earth and sky. Sun, moon, and stars testify to your power and wisdom. Day follows day in endless succession, and the years vanish. But your sovereignty endures. Though all things pass, let not your glory depart from us. Help us to become co-workers with you, and endow our fleeting days with abiding worth. Baruch atah Adonai Ha'ma'ariv Aravim. The second bracha, the second blessing before Shema. Ahavat olam Beit Yisrael amcha havta Torah u'mitzvot chukim u'mishpatim otanu limadimta. Al kein Adonai Eloheinu b'shofteinu u'vkumeinu nasiach b'chukecha v'nismach b'divrei Toratecha u'b'mitzvotecha le'olam va'ed. Ki heim chayenu v'yorech yameinu v'yorech yameinu uvahem nehegeh yomam v'layla yomam v'layla ve'ahavat techal tasir mimenu li'olamim Baruch atah Adonai Ohev Amo Yisrael. Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad. V'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha b'chol levacha u'b'chol nafshecha u'b'chol miotecha v'hayu advarim ha'ele asher anochi mitzavecha hayom al levavecha v'shinantam levanecha v'dibarta bam v'shivtecha v'veitecha Uvletecha v'derech, uv'shoftecha uv'kumecha, uv'shartam le'ot al yadecha, v'hayu l'totafot b'neinecha, uv'chtavtam al mezuzot beitecha, uv'hisharecha, le'man tizkeru V'asitem et kol mitzvotai v'tem kedoshim le'elohechem Ani Adonai Elohechem Asher hotzeiti etchem me'eretz mitzrayim Liot lachem le'Elohim Ani Adonai Elohechem. 151, let's read responsively. We worship the power that unites the universe, a promise of harmony for all.
That the oneness is our best and perfection will abound.
Before our eyes, there's a vision of perfection, order, and goodness.
There is evil enough to break the heart, there is good enough to exalt the soul.
When will redemption come?
When we repent everyone, make friends for ourselves.
Long ago, we escaped the tyranny of Egypt. Our people saw the power of the Most High.
We learn to express the needs time and event. We celebrate this power that makes for freedom.
Top of 152. Mi chamocha ba'elim Adonai, mi kamocha nedar b'kodesh, nohora tehilot, v'hosef eled, malchutecha ra'u banecha, v'okeyam lifnei Moshe, zeili anu v'yamru, Adonai yimloch le'olam ha'ed, v'nemar kifad Adonai et Yaakov, u'ga'alo mi'ad chazak mimenu, baruch atah Adonai, ga'al Yisrael. 153 at the top two lines, the beginning of Hashkivenu. Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu l'shalom v'ha'amidenu shomreinu l'chaim. Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu l'shalom v'ha'amidenu shomreinu l'chaim. And at 153, let's read that paragraph together in English. Give us a place to rest, O God. Shelter us in the long, soft evening shadows of your truth. You are true protection and safety. In your presence we find love and acceptance. Watch over us as we go forth. Prepare for us as we return. Spread over us your shelter of peace, over all we love, over our Jerusalem and yours. Baruch atah Adonai. Aporei Sukkot Shalom Aleinu, V'al Kol Amo Yisrael, V'al Yerushalayim. Top of 154 verses from the book of Shemot, from the book of Exodus, Vishamru, reminding the children of Israel of the importance of Shabbat. Top of 154. Vishamru B'nei Yisrael Et HaShabbat, La'asot et HaShabbat, Le'dormotam berit olam, V'shamru b'nei Yisrael, Et HaShabbat, La'asot et HaShabbat, Le'dormotam berit olam. Beini uvein b'nei Yisrael, ohuti yolam, v'shamru b'nei Yisrael, et HaShabbat, la'asot et HaShabbat, le'dorotam berit olam. Ki sheshet yamin Asa Adonai, et hashamayim v'et haaretz, v'shamru b'nei Yisrael, et hashabbat, la'asot et hashabbat, le'dorotam berit olam. Uvayom hashvi'i Shabbat vayinafash, Shabbat vayinafash, Shabbat vayinafash, v'shamru b'nei Yisrael et hashabbat, la'asot et tam perito. We are now at the Amidah, the central prayer for the evening service. We're going to chant 155, 156, and 157 together, and then we'll go silently, and you can finish the prayer on your own, whether reading the Hebrew, the English translation, or offering up your own prayer at that time. But we're going to begin 155 together. Please rise. Adonai sifatai tiftach, uviagi tehilatecha. Adonai sifatai tiftach, uviagi tehilatecha. Adonai, open up my lips, that my mouth may declare your praise. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu, Elohei Avotenu v'Imotenu, Elohei Abraham, Elohei Yitzchak, Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, Elohei Leah, Ha'el Hagadol, Hagibor Ha'adorah, El Elyon, Omer Chasadim Tovim, V'konei Hakol, V'zocher Chasdei Imahot, U'mevii Go'elim B'neihem, L'man Shemo B'ahava, Melech Ozer, Moshia U'Magin, Baruch atah Adonai, Magin Avraham, V'Yizrat Sarah, Atah Gibor Le'olam Adonai, Mechayim Mekim Atarav L'Hoshia, Morid Hatahal, Mechaker Chayim B'Chesed, Mechayim Eitim B'Rachamim Rabim, Somech Noflim V'Rofek Cholim, Umatir Asurim, Umekayim Emunato, Vishenei Afar, Michamocha Ba'al Givurot, Umidom Melach, Melech Mimim, Umechayeh, Umatzmiach Yeshua, B'ne'eman atah l'chayot eitim, Baruch atah Adonai, Mechayei ha'meitim. Let's continue. Middle of page 160. Let's read this paragraph together in English. May these hours of rest and renewal open our hearts to joy and our minds to truth. May all who struggle find rest on this day. May all who suffer find solace. May all who hurt find healing on this day. May all who despair find purpose. May all who hunger find fulfillment on this day. And may we all live in such a way that this day fulfill its promise. Baruch atah Adonai, Mekadesh HaShabbat. A little bit of Hoda'ah on page 163, a little bit of thanksgiving. And thanksgiving begins with gratitude. And there's always something to be grateful for. This afternoon, I was sitting in the office here and I looked out my window and there was a hummingbird just humming away, looking in. Maybe I think he wanted to borrow some of my books, but he didn't come around to the front and ring the bell. But I absolutely adore hummingbirds. Los Angeles was filled with them when I was out there. Florida had a ton. And then I was surprised when I found out that hummingbirds do like West Virginia. I thought it would be a little too cold for them, but apparently not. They are snowbirds as well. But it was a fairly nice sized one too. And I looked at him and he looked at my books. And so it was all good. But yeah, it made my day. Page 163, let's read responsively at the top. For the good in us, which calls us to a better life, we give thanks.
Strength to improve the world with our hearts and our hands, we offer praise.
For the desire in us, which leads us to work for peace, we are grateful.
For life and nature, harmony and beauty, for the hope of tomorrow, all praises to thee.
And we'll close out our Amidah, as always, with a prayer for peace. In the evening, it's Shalom Rav. Shalom Rav al Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. Shalom Rav al Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. Ki atahu melech adon lechol hashalom. Ki atahu melech adon lechol hashalom. Shalom rahav al Yisrael amcha tasim leolam. Shalom rahav al Yisrael amcha tasim leolam. V'tov b'necha levarech et amcha Yisrael b'chol eit u'b'chol shah b'shlomecha. Shalom rahav al Yisrael amcha tasim leolam. Shalom rahav al Yisrael amcha tasim leolam. Tasim leolam. Tasim leolam. Praise to you, Adonai, who blesses your people Israel with peace. Baruch atah Adonai, hamevarech et amo Yisrael, b'shalom. We'll jump ahead to page 253. One of the prayers for healing, Mishaberach. If you have anyone who needs a little extra healing, please keep them in your thoughts and close to your hearts. Middle of page 253, Mishaberach. Mishaberach Avotenu Mikor HaBracha Lahimotenu. May the source of strength, who bless the ones before us, help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say, Amen. Mishaberach Imotenu Mikor HaBracha Lavotenu. Bless those in need of healing with refuah shlema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say, Amen. Let's turn ahead to pages 258 and 259, the prayers of our community. And Hoyt, how about the prayer for our congregation?
source of all being, may the children of this community learn these passions from us. Love of Torah, devotion and prayer, and support of the needy. May we guide with integrity, and may our leadership be in your service. May those who teach and nourish us be blessed with satisfaction, and may we appreciate their time and their devotion. Bless us with the fruits of wisdom and understanding, and may our efforts bring fulfillment and joy.
Baruch atah Adonai, sholtecha levacha b'yirah na'avod. Judy, how about the prayer for our country?
O guardian of life and liberty, may our nation always merit your protection. Teach us to give thanks for what we have by sharing it with those who are in need. Keep our eyes open to the wonders of creation and alert to the care of the earth. May we never be lazy in the work of peace. May we honor those who have died in defense of our ideals. Grant our leaders wisdom and forbearance. May they govern with justice and compassion. Help us all to appreciate one another and to respect the ways that we may serve you. May our homes be safe from affliction and strife, and our country be sound in body and spirit.
Amen.
Shalu shalom Yerushalayim, Yishlayu Hovaich. Pray for the peace of Jerusalem. May those who love you prosper. Avinu Shabashamayim, Sur Yisrael v'goalo, Barech et Medinat Yisrael, Reishit Tzmichat Geulatenu. Hagein Aleha b'yivrat chasdecha, ufros Aleha sukat shlomecha, ushlach orcha v'amitecha v'rasheha soreha v'yotzeha, v'taknein b'eitzah tova milfanecha, v'natata shalom ba'aretz, v'simchat olam liyashveha, v'yomar amen. Dennis, how about the English on the bottom of 259?
Protector and Redeemer of Israel, Redeemer of Israel, that is, bless the state of Israel, which marks the drawing of hope for all who seek peace. Shield it beneath the wings of your love, spread over it in the canopy of your peace. Send your light and truth to all who lead and advise, guarding them with your good counsel. Establish peace in the land of fullness, of hope, of joy, of who dwell there. Amen.
Amen. All right, friends, Shabbat Shalom and good Shabbos.
Shabbos.
Parshat Shoftim. We're zipping through the book of Devarim, heading towards the high holidays. And in this week's Parsha, Moshe commands the people to appoint judges and legal officials to carry out justice. This is Hoyt's favorite Torah portion. Those who sit in the seat of judges are to show no partiality. Doesn't matter if you're rich or poor, young or old. Everybody is equal under the Torah. And you're to take no bribes. In fact, one of the most famous lines from the Torah appears in this week's Parsha, Tzedek Tzedek Tirdof. Righteousness, you shall pursue justice justly. The Torah weighs in on the death penalty in this week's Parsha. You need two witnesses, not just one, but two, and you have to catch the person in the act. And if they decide, these witnesses, that they're going to give false testimony, they are punished in the way that the person against whom they testified would have been punished. Cases that are too complex for these judges are bumped up to a higher court of more experienced judges. Moshe says, don't set up places for idolatry when you enter into the land. You'll not worship the sun or the moon. The Torah looks ahead a little bit, although it would suggest that the book of Deuteronomy was written after the events. But it says, Moshe says, that you may choose a monarchy, right? You may decide that you want a human king. And there are some rules for that. The person who is a king cannot be a foreigner. He cannot be an immigrant. He has to be born into Israel. He shouldn't have too many horses or too many wives, and he shouldn't worry about amassing silver and gold, right? Don't have a lot of stuff that will pull your attention away from you, from your concentrating on ruling. Moshe, that is, restates that the Levites, the tribe of Levi, will have no land allotted to them, but they will be compensated in other ways for not having land. We are given a list of forbidden religious practices. We're not to offer our children to the fire, to the god Moloch. We're to stay away from soothsayers, diviners, sorcerers, casters of spells, people who claim to consult with spirits, ghosts, and the dead. We are to banish them. And beware that false prophets will arise and try to lead us astray. In the case of manslaughter, Moshe reiterates the 6 refugee cities to which a person charged thusly can flee. And when it comes to war, don't fear, don't be afraid, because God will be with you. And there are people who would be exempt from having to go to war. A person who has just built a new house and has not dedicated it, a person who has planted a vineyard but not yet harvested it, a person who has become engaged and is not yet married, and someone who is anxious or afraid. Those people are exempt from going to war. You're to offer peace first, and then when that fails, you can have war. Do not destroy the trees because they are not human beings and they cannot run away. You may eat the fruit from those trees, but you may not cut them down. Non-fruit trees can be used for weaponry, but if it's a fruit tree, it has to be left alone. And then the Torah portion ends with a curious case of a dead body found in the middle of a field. And nobody knows how the person was killed. So they measure it out and they find the town that is closest to the body, and the town elders come out, offer a sacrifice, and take responsibility for the dead person. We get 41 new mitzvot this week, 14 positives, 14 do's, and 27 don't do's. And that is your Torah portion in a nutshell. Rosh Chodesh Elul began Wednesday night, carried into Thursday, and is ending right about now. Rosh Chodesh, it's the 6th month, the month of Elul. And yesterday, Friday, was one of the New Year's. So if you were raising animals, that was their birthday. All the animals for this that were born on this year were born either on today or going forward are tithed for 5784. And if they were born yesterday and before, they go to this year, 5783's tithes. It's like the new year for trees, right? So this is the new year for animals, the third of our 4 New Year's celebrations. The month of Elul is the month that precedes the high holidays, and its name comes from the Aramaic Elul, which means to circle back. And so that's exactly what we do in this month of Elul. We take a look back at the past year. We circle back and take a look at how the year has gone for us. Elul is also known as the Chodesh HaCheshbon, the month of accounting, the month of reckoning, right? A cheshbon is a bill. If you go to a restaurant in Israel, you'll say, HaCheshbon b'vakasha, right? Please give me the check. It's the end of the spiritual fiscal year, right? So everything that we have done this year is up for review. It's a time to look at ourselves and do what the rabbis teach is a cheshbon hanefesh, an accounting of our soul, to see where we have been, see what we have done. We look back at the past year, right? The Elul, to circle back and take a look at the patterns and the habits that we may have fallen into or fallen out of. In the words of the great philosopher Ed Koch, how am I doing? Right? That's what we should be asking ourselves right about now. It's a month of introspection, right? It's not a month where we can complain and kvetch about the fact that the high holidays are coming, right? It's a time for us to look inward to see, how have we done? How have I done this year? What did I do well? How did I improve this year? And what wasn't so well done? Where did I not improve, or maybe even, God forbid, fell back from? Elul is meant to be intense. It's not just the month that we say, hey, the high holidays are coming, woohoo, 20, 30 days, 29 days, 28 days. It's meant to be intense, right? Because this is where we do the prep work for the high holidays. This is where we sit and we look and we realize what we have done. Have we hurt more people than we have helped? Have we offended more people than we have helped? Or have we helped more people than we might have offended or hurt? If we do the prep work during the month of Elul and do this introspection and meditate on the past year, then the high holidays become easy. They're not as onerous, they're not as frightening, because we've already done the work. And we are ready for the high holidays. So what do we do during this month? We take a cheshbon nefesh, right? We take an account of our souls. We read and we study Psalm 27, which we'll read this evening at the end of services, right? It's with its focus on faith. How's our faith, right? And Psalm 27 is read throughout the month of Elul, because even when there's doubt, even when it feels like we're alone, even when it feels like everybody has abandoned us, God doesn't abandon us. We can go out and we can repair relationships, right? We can go out and reach out and apologize for hurts that we have done. When asked, we can forgive wrongs that have been done to us. We can start off with a clean slate when Rosh Hashanah rolls around. And we can also wish people Shana Tova, right? Now that's one of those phrases that everybody thinks they know what it means. Shana Tova, a good year. But Shana also means to change. And when you say Shana Tova, you're saying to the person, may your change be for the good this year. May you improve. May your life be better. May you know peace and joy and happiness by changing your ways. I'll have more to say about the month of Elul as it unfolds, but for now, Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
Maury,
Kadoosh.
it's time for Kiddush. Doesn't matter what month it is. It's time for Kiddush. It's like Shabbos, right?
Yeah.
You got Shabbos, you got Kiddush, you got Kiddush. And I gotta find it. Here we go. Vayier vayivoker yom hashishi, vayachulu hashamayim v'haaretz, v'chol tzevam, vayachal Elohim bayom hashvi, melachto asher asa, vayishbot bayom hashvi, mikol melachto asher asa, vayavarech Elohim et yom hashvi, vayikadesh oto, Kivo Shabbat Mikol Melachto Asher Bara Elohim La'asot Savri Baruch Atah Adonai Eloheinu Melech Olam Borei Peri Hagafen Baruch Atah Adonai Eloheinu Melech Olam Asher Kiddeshanu B'mitzvotav V'ratza banu V'shabbat kodsho, v'ahava uvratzon, inchilanu, zikaron lema'aseh v'reishit, tihu yom techila, l'mikra'ei kodesh, zecher l'tziat mitzrayim, imanu v'acharta, Yotanu kidashta mikol ha'amim v'shabbat kodshecha v'ahava uvratzon inchaltanu Baruch atah Adonai mekadesh HaShabbat. Please remain standing as we turn to page 282. Aleinu. Aleinu shapeach ladon hakol, lateit gedula miotzer reishi, shelo asanu kagoye haratzot, v'lo samanu mishpachot hadam shelo sam chelkeinu kahem, ve'gor aleinu kechol hamonam. Va'anachnu korim u'mishtachavim u'modim lifnei melech v'chachim hakadosh baruch hu shehu noteh shamayim v'yoser haaretz u'moshe v'yikara b'shamayim b'mal u'shlinatu zo Elohim, Hu Eloheinu Einod, Emet Malkeinu Efesu Lato, Kagatu V'Torato, V'Yadata Hayom V'Hashemota, Eleva V'Echa, Adonai Hu Elohim, Bashamayim B'mal, V'Haaretz, Mitachat Eino. Takatu b'toratecha, Adonai yimloch li'olam va'ed, v'ne'emar, v'haya Adonai, l'melech al kol ha'aretz, v'yom ha'hu, yihyeh Adonai echad, u'shemo Ushemo Echad. You may be seated. Let's read Psalm 27 responsively. You should have picked up a laminated sheet when you came in. Psalm 27 of David. Adonai is my light and my help. Whom shall I fear? Adonai is the stronghold of my life. Whom should I dread?
Devour my flesh. When my foes and enemies suffer, they trip and they fall.
Though armies besiege me, my heart shall not fear. Should war beset me, still do I trust.
One thing I ask till dawn is that this is the cease, to dwell in the house of Adonai all the days of my life, to behold thy sweetness, and to gaze on God's house.
God hides me in God's shelter on the day of evil, conceals me in the recesses of God's tent. On a rock, God raises me up.
Now my blood is over my enemies around me. Let me offer God's tent sacrifices with joy. I shall sing in him.
Hear, O Lord, my voice when I call, and grant me peace and answer me.
You are mercy, my face,
Do not hide your face from me. Do not turn your servant away in wrath. You are my help. Abandon me not. Do not forsake me, O God of my rescue.
Though my father and mother forsook me, Adonai would gather me in.
Teach me, O Lord, your way, and lead me on a level path because of my adversaries.
Do not set me to the Lord foes with false against me, claims of violence.
Had I not the assurance that I would enjoy the goodness of the Lord in the land of the living.
Hope for the Lord, let your heart be firm and bold, and hope for the Lord.
Kaveh el Adonai chazak b'yemetz libecha, v'kaveh el Adonai. This week we observed the following yard sites: Adolf Groh, husband of Jeddah and father of 10. Abraham Freeman, Sophie Brodoff's brother, Mark's uncle. Julia Sampson Ziffer, Leo's wife, mother of Alan and Fred. Jenny Goldenberg, relative of Dennis Hamill. Mike Rhodes Miller, Mark and Matt's brother. Samuel Sampson Sr., Julia Ziffer's brother and Grandy's partner, father of Sam and Marjorie. Pauline Kaplan, mother of Alan, daughter of Theodore and Julian, sister of Jean, Norton, and Sam. Jack Gellin, Ed's father. Ida Ratner, Harry Greenstein's aunt, Irving's great-aunt. Edward Honecker, relative of Brant and Jenny Ross. Paul Kirsch, husband of Gert, related to Stephen Jacobson. Jacob Jacobs, Leela Kuntz's father. May their souls be bound up in the bond of life eternal. May their memories be a blessing to us all, and may they always rest in peace.
Amen.
Mourner's Kaddish is found on page 294. Yit Gadal, Yit Kadash, Shemei Rabbah, Ba'alma Divrach, Birutei, Bi'amlik Malchutei, V'chayechon, V'yomechon, V'chayei Dechol Beit Yisrael, Ba'agala, V'zman Kariv, V'yimru, Amen. Yehei Shmei Rabbah, V'varach, V'yalam, V'lamel Maya. V'yitvarach, V'yishtabach, V'yipar, V'yitramam, V'yitnaseh, V'yithadar, V'yitaleh, V'yitalal, Shmei D'Gusha, B'richu, Le'elam, V'kol, Birchata, V'shirata, Tushbachata, V'nechamata, D'amiram, V'alma, V'imru, Amen. Yehei Shlama Rabbah Min Shemaya, V'chayim Aleinu, V'al Kol Yisrael, V'imru, Amen. Oseh Shalom Yiramav, Hu Ya'aseh Shalom, Aleinu, V'al Kol Yisrael, V'imru, Amen. All right, friends, you may be seated. Just a couple of quick announcements before we get to 321, which is Adon Olam. Boy, you got some announcements?
Absolutely.
Of course you do. Of course you do. Exercise, good for you.
Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
It's good to see some new faces here as well as our regulars. So we have a service tomorrow at 10 a.m. Sharp. We also have service at 9 a.m. on Sunday, and then we have study with the rabbi that starts at 1. And then Wednesday, we have the best choir from coast to coast with the
choir.
choir with the most, the Yiddish choir. I'll get it right someday.
There you go, you got it.
And that's by Zoom. Then we're back here on Friday, and then the week starts again. Update on the renovation and the improvements outside. It has started. It has begun. They're working on repairing some of the terracotta. Charlie's been keeping me updated on that. I can send an email out, or if you want to talk to me, I'll show you what he's told me. But he is working on it. They're working on it. It's going fine. I haven't heard any crazy reports or anything, so that's good. The other thing is I'm still trying to work on the Jewish Cultural Festival. If you know anybody that might want to help me with that, we're looking to get Jewish-focused acts, music, comedians, people who prepare food, anything involving Jewish culture. Put them in touch with me, or if you want to help, let me know. I hope to be able to devote more time to that in the next few weeks. I have been a little bit busy, I'll admit, but I hope to get to that. That's all I have.
And that's all there is.
All right.
Good.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Uh-huh.
Thank you. All right, let us close out on 321. Adon Olam. Adon Olam Asher Malach. B'terem kol yitzir nivra, li'eg nasa b'chefsa kol, azai mehelek shemo nikra, v'yacharei kichlot hakol, levado yimloch lahora, v'hu haya v'hu oveh, v'hu yeh b'tifara, v'hu echad sheni. להמשילו, להחמירה, בלי ראשית, בלי תכלית, ולא העוז והמשרה, והוא אלי, וחי גואלי, Vitzor Hedli Bietzara, Vehunisi Humanosli, Menat Kosi, Biomekra, Biado, Aviruchi, Bietishan, Laira, Bimruchi, Giviati, Adonai li Velohira. And we do have some people saying hello to us via the intertubes. And let's see who they are this evening. Bella Robinson, Shabbat Shalom. Thank you, Bella. Same to you. Donna Wilson, Shabbat Shalom. It looks like a very peaceful Shabbat. Thank goodness. And now there's Mom. Shabbat Shalom to all from Rabbi's mom, Cliff, Terry, Phil, and Nathaniel. The nephew Nathaniel. Wishing all a peaceful weekend and a great week ahead. Thank you, Mom, et al. All right, friends, you heard Hoyt. It's got to be the truth. Join us for as much or all of the things that we have going on here. We are open. Other than that, enjoy this evening. Shabbat Shalom, good Shabbos, and please be careful out there.
Amen. Good job.